On to our next speaker now, and the interesting conversations continue. We have someone who is passionate about improving educational outcomes through data science and digital technology. We have Roya Mahboob from Afghan Dreamers, and you may remember Roya from the 2017 World Summit AI when the all-girl Afghan robotics team took to the stage. Following the Trump travel ban to the US, and they received a standing ovation, and it was an incredibly moving moment. Presenting on STEAM education for developing countries, over to you, Roya.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be today here, and thank you very much from World Summit AI for inviting me again. And today I will be discussing about the work that we are doing at DCF and what's our planning with Afghan Dreamers and the future of the institute that we discussed in 2017. Inspiration and ingenuity come in most unlucky places. Those who are writing off by the system and disregarded as a source of the possibilities may be the very one who have a way to bring the peace to the world or end the poverty. A child's mind is a source of unlimited potential that waits only to be given in tools and guidance to shape it and form it into a great scientist, mathematician, or artist. We sought digital sun fund with one goal and one dream. The goal was to see technology as an accessible option for everyone. And the dream was that everyone, even in conservative countries, would have the same opportunities and education available to them, regardless of their gender and social status. Even today, this may seem like a vast and insurmountable goal. Still, if we do not dare to lead the way and fight for something different, nothing will ever be changed. When we are willing to stand up for a better future for women and children around the world, we will find that we have the power to do what is necessary to effect that change. Our mission is to increase women's participation and advancement in workplace. Our program aims to benefit young women and young children from all backgrounds through economic, digital, and financial education, teaching them about the new technologies, programming language, and technology advancements such as AI and robotics. By providing women with a quality education and support allows them to secure and thrive in well-paying jobs in their local economies. Growing evidence reveals that women's low participation in developing countries formal labor market embeds economic growth and poverty reduction. We believe that technology can support human talent and tackle the origin needs of the woman. Providing unserved population with a pathway to digital literacy, safety skills, training, sustainability training, and community building will transform the society in which they live for the better. In 2017, a nonprofit organization called FIRST asked us to put together a robotic team to participate in FIRST Global Challenge, the international competition for teenagers. This invitation is how the Afghan Dreamers, Afghanistan FIRST all-girls robotic team, began. 6 girls selected by merit by an exam from by Digital Sun Fund out of 150 applicants joined the Digital Sun Fund, and 6 of them selected, but even thought that their visa application were twice rejected. These girls courageously persisted, affirming that the world cannot ignore them. We will not lose our voices like women in the past centuries. And they used the social media to telling their stories. And with the support around the world, including the US member of Congress and many others who fought for us, we got 53 congressmen attentions. And as well, we got the attention of the White House. At the last moment, President Trump granted the girls to come to the United States. The Afghan Dreamers traveled to the United States and participated in the FIRST Global Challenge, the task with building a robot for the computation. They captivated the public with their inspiring message of the hope and determination. They eventually received a medal for courageous achievement. Later on, they went to the World Summit AI, and they received an Inspiration Minds Award. They proved that after years of darkness, and subjugation, Afghan girls could finally take the charge and aspire to be master of their own destiny. This courage is the power of our youths. Their courage against the backdrop of personal and national tragedies has the ability to install hope. The world saw it and they were captivated. With the pandemic of COVID-19, the needs for creative solutions at worldwide issue has been a critical level. So Digital Sun Funds and Afghan Dreamer is focusing on the needs to fighting the coronavirus and pandemic. We facilitate and help resources to help create an open source ventilator, UV robot, a spray robot, and an online game computer, and other innovative approaches that enable us to fight coronavirus. In fact, by allowing them these opportunities to take innovative prototypes solution back to their own communities, we are giving them a chance to change the lives of children and women throughout Afghanistan and become master of their own future. As a reward for the Afghan Dreamers' effort and advocating women's participation in science, technology, engineering, and maths, Afghan government has donated 6 acres of the lands inside of the Kabul University. This land is the future location of the Afghan Dreamer Institute. This institute will offer STEM education to the high schools and university students, emphasizing on artificial intelligence and blockchain technology. Afghanistan children have a vision of their countries that is different from how the world sees them now. When others see war, our children see peace. Where the other countries see impoverished nations with little to offer, the next generation of Afghan entrepreneurs and scientists see the unlimited potential that education and connectivity can offer them. They are hope for Afghanistan's future, and we will give them the tools that they needed to thrive on the world stage. And the Afghan Dreamers robotic team proved that this is possible. We are merely taking it to the next level. The Afghan Dreamers Institute is a public-private partnership with the government to create in the Assam high schools. This school will focus on science, technology, engineering, art, and maths, and work toward providing students with the critical skills and explore emerging technologies and AI. Open graduating will have the opportunity to continue their STEM education at the Dreamer Institute University, providing education access to girls and women at every level of society is critical to our mission. In an age where technology advancement allows for interest and competition in global markets, our countries must direct resources and effort to increase our youth's knowledge and prosperity. Advances in technology created opportunities for individual communities and countries. In order to compete and prosper in 21st centuries, all countries must be able to access and harness the groundbreaking technologies that are transforming our world and realize the talent of all their citizens. Unless the benefit of the financial literacy, robotics, artificial intelligence, AI, and economics engine like blockchains are not distributed equally, we risk exacerbating inequalities, perpetuating dangerous bias, and widening the gap between the world's richest and poorest community. So Roya and I had a stage on the World Summit AI together in 2017 and announced our support of this project. The purpose of the Dreamer Institute is to build long-term ecosystem of women-led businesses and professional women in a society where economic inclusion is a norm. In doing so, the Dreamer Institute can be catalytic in changing men's and women's participation, perception of the girls' and women's vital role in a society throughout Central Asia and globally. The world is a single village. As such, we build our relationship locally and internationally with various kinds of the institution. One of our critical enablers to execute this project was collaboration with Yale University. The university, as part of this partnership with Yale, the university commitment to assisting in the design of the school, assisting the design of the innovation and advanced manufacturing centers, and providing support on the design of the curriculum. The partnership with Yale will not help with delivering a world-class standard of a STEM education institute, but also add credibility to this project. So much work goes into the preparing for the education and the future of the next generation. We believe strongly that the key to our future is our children that we are teaching today. These future leaders deserve the very best in the school of STEM. As we work toward duplicating this infrastructure success in other countries, we will have discussion with other governments. Subsequently, we will work to have some sort of research and student exchange across an institution to facilitate collaboration by allowing a student to learn from various cultures and institutions. We bridge gaps and facilitate the global exchange of information. We will explore our partnership with other institutions that elevated the project and serve as outlets for the Dreamer Institute graduates. The robotic team was the first step in the journey for equality. This is a step 2. We need to invest in education because it is an engine for regional development, peace, and prosperity. Despite investment and policy commitment, including through the Sustainable Development Goal signed by all countries, in 2015, 130 million girls worldwide are still not in the school. Many countries cannot address enrollment rate and the quality of education delivery to take and train successive generation to build workforce fit for their future. They need tools and a system to rectify these lapses. Education is a STEM subject, especially for the girls, unlike multi-generational potential in any nation, especially in countries recovering from conflict. Low-wage factory jobs have been a primary route out of the poverty for many young women in Central Asia. And this has been benefit communities and families. But low-earning jobs are a pathway to economic inclusion that will increasingly tap off, as robots and machines will take over all of these jobs. In a brown new world, young women will need to seek opportunities for building individual wealth. STEM education is an advance for the peace, just our children's potential in a venue of the hope. We believe in our children, we believe in our Afghanistan, we believe in technology, and actually we believe in the hope. And I believe that system-wide STEM investment at secondary and higher level education shape a trajectory for the jobs creation, economy's progress, and ultimately more inclusive and peaceful societies. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I think this is really, really inspirational, and it's been lovely to see that journey from back in 2017 at World Summit AI when we had the robotics team there.